Okay, question 5. So what are we asked to do? We're asked to complete the two-way table. If I just scroll down, you'll see that we've got a table down at the bottom. Let's just see if there's any more information here that's important. Peter did a survey, He asked 400 visitors to choose the main reason. The reasons were shops, free parking, food court, location. So 400 visitors. So what maths have we got to do here? Well, it's pretty clear. It's a two-way table, and two-way table is really just a question of doing various bits of adding and subtraction. Okay, now there's a very particular skill in a two-way table at the end. I will go through this fairly quickly, but it's a very particular thing I want you to do at the end. You can see the 400 number that was mentioned, and you can see where that appears down here. That's a grand total, so it's a total of these totals here, and it's a total of these totals there. So it's the overall total. The people going to the shopping centre are split between male and female, and these are the reasons for them going. Now we have to fill in the gaps. Now the key thing that you're looking for is a cell somewhere to start, and what we're looking for is either a row, a column, or a row where there's only one gap. Okay, so if I look along this bottom row here, I've got two gaps, so I don't want to start there. If I look at this top row, I've got three gaps, so I don't want to start there. I'm looking for somewhere with one gap. So we're going to look at this column here. So for location, I know the number of men, I know the number of women, so I'm going to add those two up. 21 plus 23 equals 44. And some of you will not feel the need to show this working. There's one very important piece of working that I need you to do at the end though. So I filled in one cell. I'm now again looking for, is there anything with only one space? And I can see one here. In this column here, I've got one space. I've got one along here as well. So I could either use this bottom row or this side column. I'm going to use this side column here. So I know the total, I know one of the numbers, so it must be a subtraction here. 400 to take away 227. Do that on your calculator. 173. Okay, again, I'm looking for one space, so I'd already flagged that we had an opportunity along the bottom here. So 400 must be all of these added together. So I've got to take all of these away from 400. So 400, take away 198, take away 62, take away 44. I'm going to do that on my calculator just to check. Okay, let's just check I've got that right. 400, take away 198, take away 62, take away 44, 96. Good. So we start to see that as we fill this in, we've now created another place where there's only one thing missing. So 96 take away 40 is 56, and I've now, I could do this one here. I'd missed this one where I've got a gap here. 62 take away 38 is 24. So 24 there. So I'm just got these two to do, and so that's one missing on each of these rows. Let's do the top one, and we're gonna come in a minute to the bit that I really want you to be careful about. Okay, going to do that on the calculator as well. Okay, so important. When we get to this last cell here, there are two ways I could do this. I could either use these two, or I could use these four. And I want you to do both. Okay, and the reason I want you to do both is that if both methods produce the same answer, then it means we haven't made a mistake in all our other stuff. But if they do produce a different answer, then we need to go back and check, because it'll mean that one of these other calculations is wrong. Okay, so remember, our last cell, we're going to do it two ways. All right, so first one, 198 minus 88 is 110. Daisy, let's write that properly, 110. And the second method, we're going to use all of the row, so that's 227. Take away all of these, take away 38, take away 56, take away 23. Let's just do that on the calculator to check. Good. So having done those two, that's my check that I know that that last cell is right. Okay. Oh, I've forgotten to write it in. Let's write it in. Because the task was to complete the two-way table. So complete means fill it all in. Okay. So a relatively procedural task. Go on Century to do some more of those if you want to. But that key tip with the two-way table, do the last cell two different ways. Okay, I think I saw that we've got a part B in this question. So let's have a look at what part B has to ask us. Find the probability of a female who chose location. So it's from the people taking part in the survey. Okay. So what maths have we got to do here? Well, it's find the probability, and we would generally be expressing our probabilities as a fraction or as a decimal. Okay, so from the people taking part in the survey. So in this instance, that's everyone who took part in the survey, which is 400. Okay, so our fraction is out of 400. If it had said from the males, we'd have been out of 173. Or if it said from the females, we'd have been out of 227. But they've said from the people, so that's everybody. So out of 400, find the probability a female who chose location. So female must mean it's in this row here. Location must mean it's here. So the number that we're after is females and location. So that is my 23 there. So my probability, 23 out of 400. Now, students often ask me at this point, do I need to simplify that fraction? Answer, no, because it doesn't say so. Is it a good idea to simplify it if we can? Yes. Don't make hard work of simplifying fractions. Your calculator can do that. So all I've done is I've used my fraction button. I've entered the fraction in the calculator, and all I'm going to do is to press the equals button. If my fraction could have been simplified, my calculator would have simplified it. But you'll see it's left it exactly as it is. So that is already in its simplest form. just see if there's anything more that we need to do on this question. And actually, if I'd looked down properly, I could see that they'd told me that they wanted the answer as a fraction. Okay. So that's good. I'm happy. Quick check. Yes, I've done what was asked for there. From the people in the survey, 400, female who chose location. Yes, that's 23. So all good.